Hey, what's up, everyone? Baller here. Again, I apologize if this is a bit late. I had to accompany my mom back to my hometown, Pasay. So again, we just arrived a little like half an hour ago. So here we are. Nevertheless, we will be covering all the games for today. We got 5 games for today, January 19, 2023. Well, to kick things off, we will be talking about the game between Chicago Bulls and Detroit Pistons. This is actually a game out of the U.S. So there's no home court advantage, so to speak. All right, so that will actually happen around 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. That's 4 o'clock a.m. here in Manila, around 8 hours. 8 hours from now. So let's talk about this shit. All right, so again, that'll be at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 4 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account, Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. I've gone ahead and checked on the spread that is given. It's -7, and that's given towards the Chicago Bulls. Now, before we proceed, let's check on the standings and the rankings of both teams, both belonging to the Eastern Conference. Now, for Chicago Bulls, they are at number 10 with a record of 20 wins and 24 losses, while for Detroit Pistons, they remain at the bottom of the Eastern Conference with a record of 12 wins and 35 losses. They are holding on to that number 15 spot. Okay, well, home court advantage. Well, let's skip that one because there's no home court advantage because again they are outside U.S. In terms of fatigue, well, they're coming off rest, they're coming off travel. It's the same. So maybe we can just go straight towards momentum. And in terms of momentum, we got to give it to Chicago Bulls because for the Bulls, they're coming off a win. As for the Detroit Pistons, they're coming off back-to-back losses. In terms of the form, the Chicago Bulls are also looking better, winning 5 out of their last 10, while the Detroit Pistons winning just 3 out of their last 10. Now let's take a look at the availability of the players and the health of both teams. Now this one really looks bad for Detroit. Let's start off with the Chicago Bulls. Lonzo Ball and Javonte Green are still out, so 2 players out for the Bulls. Now for Detroit Pistons, here we go. Bagley, Boeheim are both out for this game. Now we have Diallo, Durant, Corey Joseph, and Nerlens Noel all questionable for this game. So I'm not really sure if they would be suiting up or not, or how healthy they would be if ever they will be playing. But obviously, the Chicago Bulls got the advantage as they only got 2 players listed in the injury list. All right, now normally I pick Detroit Pistons whenever it's already like +7 or +8, right? I respect Detroit Pistons' hard work. They just don't stop playing, but I'm really having some doubts right now, especially with Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls lineup, they now have DeRozan back, right? They got DeRozan, they got Levine, they got Vucevic, and I was also watching that game that they had against Golden State Warriors. Man, they are looking unstoppable. The Golden State Warriors, they were able to come back from like a 15-point, 16-point lead. But Chicago Bulls, they actually showed resistance. Vucevic is actually looking great with his outside shooting and with his inside dominance. Levine is actually very reliable now with DeRozan back. I just don't know what Detroit Pistons can do. I understand Stewart is actually their hard worker, but in terms of length, Vucevic would actually make his way inside the basket. And again, for DeRozan and Levine, I just don't see anyone right here for Detroit who can really, put a significant defense on those two, to deny them from getting the points that they normally get. In terms of the bench, because of the health issues that Detroit has, Chicago Bulls would also have a deeper bench. So I'm gonna side with Chicago Bulls in here with the -7. I also feel like Chicago Bulls would have more fans because of MJ and in his era. Of course, Chicago Bulls is quite more known, so to speak, outside US. So my pick on this one would be Chicago Bulls -7. Again, that's the Bulls -7. Peace out, pass love, and God bless.